Good evening, friends. Welcome to this evening's Legends from the Past and Future Legends. Tonight's spotlight, we will have Coach Brian Brown. Brian Brown is an Annapolitan by way of parole. Um, by way of parole. So tonight, we're going to spotlight Coach Brian Brown.
Hey.
How you doing, Brian? What's going on? How you doing tonight, man?
Oh, well.
Good. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Not a problem. And of course, our new host, Miss Jeannie Day. Jeannie, how you doing, Jeannie?
I'm doing well, thank you. Long day, but I'm all good. I'm good.
Well, Brian, you are part of history-making process at Annapolis High, and we are so happy and pleased to have you on the show tonight. But we're going to go back. We're going to go way back to when it all started. You from an athletic family. You played baseball, football, you played basketball. Why was football more intriguing to you than any other sport?
Actually, it wasn't. It was more basketball, but football, I started gravitating toward. You know how we all start off playing all three and T-Birds and basketball with YMCA and baseball with the McDonald's All-Stars, and I played with Kiwanis. Then as time went on, I started saying, well, I'm better at football than I am these other sports. So therefore, started really gravitating toward football.
Awesome. Now, you and your brother Craig, you're around the same age now. How was the rivalry between you and Craig, or was it more open togetherness, or did you want to be better than him? How did that work out?
It wasn't like, oh no, we went at it. Let me be. We went at it. We were playing basketball. We was going at it. I'm gonna beat him. He gonna beat me. Of course, ask him. He's always beating me. But that's whatchamacallit. If we're playing baseball, we're going at it. We're playing football, we're going at it. Plain and simple. It ain't giving no quarter or taking none either.
Now I want you to be honest now, okay? All right. Who was the better athlete, you or Craig?
Me, of course.
Right? What a question.
What? He can't nothing about nothing, because you ask him, he gonna say it's him.
Well, I know you guys. Who was the baseball team that you played for? It wasn't McDonald's Dodge. It was
One is Mr. Foss.
Okay. Yeah, you guys were.
I know why I played for them. Because early on in life, my mother tricked me going to pro school. And she said, don't you want to come to Tyler Heights? Me not knowing, okay, she teaches there, and that's the real reason why she want me there, so she can keep an eye on me and Craig. Heights, the guy came around, Mr. Foss came around, recruiting, trying to get baseball players. I said, I play baseball. That's how I ended up playing for him instead of the McDonald's team out in my own neighborhood.
Okay. Yeah, and I know your father, man. Your father was a driving force when it came to sports, boy. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. So you guys had no other choice but to play sports.
Oh, play sports or go to church, and that was the easy one. Play sports.
That was easy.
Now, T-Birds. All right, I posted a picture of you and Craig playing youth sports, right? All right. Did you play for the esteemed Bob Man?
Yes. What team? That was almost every team you was. Did we play? I thought 105.
105, yeah.
How do I remember? 53 years old. That's almost 57. Bob
Man. Actually, Bob Man was 120. I stand corrected, not 105.
play for him because
Yeah,
I weighed a little bit too much.
Oh.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
26. And it was, I really didn't have a lot of fat back then. I really
yeah,
couldn't lose any more weight. Or I
yeah.
didn't want to, one to two.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What tell us about your years growing up? Who being from the parole area, there were many athletes out there. Who was the main one that you actually try to model yourself after? Who really mentored you, or you kind of pattern your game after?
Well, it was a whole lot of people because even though Champ is only a couple years older, looking at Champ Downs run the ball when I was coming up, you had Henry Downs, you
Yeah.
had Albert Middleton playing basketball. Um, we just had so many athletes out there. Eddie,
Yeah.
another one that was real good. Just the first time I ever saw those guys play, um, I was in eighth grade. My mom took me to a game. Once I saw them play, I really never got to see any of the football games, but I
Okay.
basketball game. Once I saw those guys play, it was on from there. I said, when I get over there, I'm playing. I'm playing. Now, to go back to that, reason why I said I was too heavy,
Hmm.
didn't use 120. I'm in eighth grade and I weigh 126. There's no way I'm overweight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
120, you couldn't play. So we
yeah.
Mhm.
playing soccer. About my brother, all of us ended up playing soccer for Annapolis Middle School. Then therefore, when I go to the high school, I wasn't playing no soccer. I can tell you that. I was playing football when I got over there.
Yeah, yeah, you pretty much had the same. You went through the same problem that Vest went through.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, Vest never played the league sports except 1 year, which was 140. Yeah. All right. So now we beyond little league. Now we moving into the high school arena. Okay. Tell us about your experience playing in the Annapolis High program.
Oh, it was eye-opening experience. Because he did, Al and them, discipline was number one. Either you're gonna listen or you're
Hmm.
not gonna play. Um, Competing, getting
Yeah.
all of us. You talking about Fleet Reserve, you talking about T-Birds, you talking about Edgewater, anybody who played was now in Annapolis High School. The talent bed was so big when we got over there. Literally, like I said, if you missed practice, you went from first string to fourth string.
Oh wow.
Unless
Yeah.
you were called assembly and missed practice, then you stayed on first.
Absolutely.
He ran a tight ship.
That's stuff. And see, I never realized that till later on in life that he just had so much that he could afford to do that. His job was to be the disciplinarian, make sure we did things the right way, and we
Mm.
just win football games.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
So, what positions did you play in high school?
I played fullback and I played linebacker. I played
Oh,
my best. Um, I remember my varsity game. I don't know if you remember, we were playing Parkdale. They had a running back. Once again, 40 some years later, his name was Curtis White.
Yeah. Yeah.
Al said, if you tackle high, you can kiss him goodbye. From first play of scrimmage, I read it perfect. I hit him 4 yards in the backfield, and I hit him high. It shook me, and it was a 1 yard loss. All I could hear all across the field was Brown, Brown, get over here. He, I got my face mask, he my neck that way, ringed it this way, ringed it back. Get back in the game the rest of the day. I said, I cussed. I said underneath my breath, yeah, right. Kenny went out there. Kenny gonna miss the first tackle. He going, you gonna call me back. So I stood up there for 2 plays. Brown, get back in there. I said, all right, okay.
Yeah, yeah, he was quite the disciplinarian, no doubt about that, man. Yeah. But it was a learning experience. All
Yeah.
right, and we're gonna get to that learning experience after we talk about other things because you also coach track. All right. Did you run track in high school?
In 11th grade only to get fast for football for my 12th grade year.
Okay.
I was out there after Waller killed me that one year. I'm like, why in the world does he have me running? See that my problem and my brother Craig's problem was we would question coaches. Why am I running 5 miles? Almost 200.
I mean,
That don't make sense to me. How am I, Jeannie, he had us running all in the neighborhoods, all
in
around.
the neighbor, cross bridges all over the place.
I'm like, I'm just gonna help 100.
Yeah, that
So
endurance.
he
Hmm.
he was a real good distance coach, and
Yes,
he
he
knew
was.
what to do with us sprinters. So he ran us like he ran the distance people.
Yeah. Now, before we dig into your bio, it's a very good bio. Uh, High school. All right, we're still in high school now. All right. How do you feel your experience prepared you for what was to come under Al Larimore?
Football side of things, I thought it was very good. He knew football. He knew football very well. As far as his skills, they weren't so great. Um, but it taught me, on the other hand, I can't just coach football. Um, a lot of think if you get the football job, all you do is coach football. But
Mm,
you don't get
mm,
to just do that. You get to be father. You get to be uncle. You get
yes.
to be this or that for some of these kids. And like I said, they think it's just about X's and O's. I am very, and I mean very proud of a whole bunch of kids, over 1,000 kids I've coached. I think
Hmm.
two didn't graduate from high school.
Hmm.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Kids
Wow.
later get it, but only about two people who didn't graduate from high school.
Wow.
Because
Okay.
what we want to say, they're over their school to graduate high school.
Mm,
Football stuff is just a bonus.
That's
yes.
right.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
we have a question from one of our viewers, and it says, what would you tell today's athletes that could better them in today's challenges?
Um, to learn to accept disappointments. Today's
Powerful.
today
Hmm.
not bringing the youth. Today's society is, if I'm not successful, I have a few problems, I'm just gonna transfer or go someplace else.
Hmm.
I'm gonna reset the button on the game and do it over, just get rid of it. Learn how
Hmm.
to accept disappointments or work through disappointments. If you're not getting what you want, work for it. Okay? Work and stop. Just don't quit. Don't go jump into the other team. Work where.
Mm, that's good. That's
That's
good. That's
right.
powerful.
That's good. Good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's powerful, Brian. I like that.
Hmm.
Yeah. So Brian, what year did you graduate from Annapolis High?
The fall of the greatest class ever. I mean, the spring of the greatest class ever, 1978, the year of the greats, the last class
That's right.
away from the old school.
That's right.
Yes. All right. So you graduate from high school and you went on to where?
The Delaware State College. It's Delaware State University now, but I graduated from Delaware State College,
Hmm. Hmm.
Delaware. Um, Larimore did spoil me in one sense. I got over there with the intentions to go out for the football team.
Hmm.
When I got over there, the discipline wasn't very high.
Oh
I
yeah.
told yeah, I said, I'm not going out there in that mess. And then I was a little intimidated too. I'm 5'7", at the time 160 pounds. I'd be playing against people 300 and some pounds, whatnot. I'm not going out there. Not knowing I could have competed anyway. Because
Right.
competition level, like I said, at Annapolis High was so high, I could
Yeah.
compete anywhere we went. We did it all the time.
Hmm.
5 people go somewhere, play basketball against these so-called good people, and we would beat on them.
Yes.
Win. I mean, wherever we went, we easily compete with whoever we were playing against.
Yes, yes, yes. So you completed 4 years at Delaware?
Now I like Delaware State a lot, so I stayed 5.
Okay, I understand. And your degree was in what, sir?
Health and physical education, not
Nice.
recreation.
Okay.
Now, while you were there, did you have the honors of pledging?
No, I didn't pledge. I wish I had it my sophomore year, pledge and everything else. I thought about it very, very seriously, but then I was lazy about it. Like, a lot of work for the pledges. So I don't think I'm a plus, that would cut into my basketball time in the gym, my shooting pool over in the study in the hall, and and other things. So I don't have time for play.
Right. Yeah. It does
Oh,
take a good time.
studying too. I forgot. I was studying and going to class. Ah,
Okay. So after you graduated from college, Brian, what did you do after college?
well, once I got out of college, I was trying to get a health or phys ed job, and ended up getting a part time job over at Bates.
Okay.
And yes, and Mr. Jones at the particular time was the basketball coach. Then I think he ended up moving over to no, I forget. Somebody was in between Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones was coaching over at the high school. So really my first solo act as a coach was at Bates High School when I coached Bates Middle School. That's on because I'm a Annapolis middle person, but I was coaching at Bates.
You'll be back.
But it was good. I mean, I had Marcel Colbert, Tony Stanton. Can't remember the two twins. I mean, we were loaded. We had a
Okay. So your bio states that you've done a lot of coaching. Did you always think that you would coach football, and was that always something that you wanted to do?
well football. I stumbled into it. I'm
Okay.
about this. I went to Severna Park and Andy Borland, who was a legend up in the Severna Park area.
Mhm.
Me, oh Brian, you from Annapolis? You know anything about football? My last name is Brown. Sure, I know something about football. He coached football with me. So I said, okay. And I ended up coaching football at Severna Park for a few years. Um, then I ended up, I coached football there, and I coached basketball up there too.
Okay.
JV basketball, and I coached varsity football up there for a few years. And on the bio, it says we ended up going to the state semifinals.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
the pleasure of coaching a boy up there, Jamie Bragg, who ended up playing center and nose guard. He started for Maryland. Then we had another great athlete that was with us. Uh, Football up there, I kept basketball at Bates. It's just coaching, like you said, a lot of different places. It was actually, like I said, now I look back when I was writing all this up, I'm like, I coached at a lot of different places and coached a lot of different kids, different type of kids. But as I always say, they're the same. They just grew up in different places.
You know what really amazes me is how you gain an interest in coaching track. You know, really, I just didn't see that. But you
Ain't nobody
coach track.
on. All right. So we're gonna tell you how really that happened. I got it finally. Getting a full time job in Anne Arundel County in health phys ed is very difficult.
Mhm.
Don't nobody retire; they stay forever. As I um, as I did too. So I ended up finally getting a health job down at Southern High School. So when the spring came, I kept hearing up on announcements, track practice is canceled again today.
Mm.
Track practice is canceled. So once I decided to help Russ coach football down there, I said we need a track program. How
Yeah.
I gonna get faster and um, we ain't got a track program. Well, Jeannie, my only experience in track was running for Wally. So I truly didn't have a whole bunch of experience or knowledge on coaching track.
Mm-hmm.
What I was blessed with at Southern High School was some very talented, athletic kids. Okay. So therefore, I did not make pretend I knew everything. If somebody did something, I'm at a track meet looking at people warm up. Oh, we gonna warm up like that. If somebody was doing something someplace, I bought DVDs. I talked to anybody who would listen. I'd be sitting at pin relays, right? And this lady, she was a pretty good looking lady too. That's why I started talking to her. I could be quiet, be quiet.
Oh,
But she knew stuff about track. So I'm sitting there talking to a track, and she started talking about workouts. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, hold up for a minute. I got my pen and paper. I start writing it down. I told you down Southern, I had some very talented young men,
yeah.
women. Yes, because the kids told her. My wife will back. Did you know that she had a husband? I said, yeah, my kids told her. So when she gave me, this is 90. We got the pen relays in 90. Finally got there in 97,
Mm-hmm.
98. Damar Mullen, our first state champion ever, um, was running the 400. And she gave me some workouts for the 400, and that put him over the top. He was a county, regional, and state champion in the 400 because we were 2A.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Young man up at North County was the king in the 400. We were sitting there one day, Jeannie, Armand, and I'm looking, I'm saying, I'm not going to run him in the open two. Because if you run him in open two back then, it was no semis. Then everybody go to the finals. He would have to run quarters in the one and the two. He had to
That's right.
in the one and the two. Then he had
Mm.
to go back and run the open four.
Oh, wow.
So I said,
Wow.
"We gonna do.
Wow.
We sit up here and watch him do all of that, and then you gonna go down and you gonna beat him in the four."
Mm-hmm.
But Demar never got beat all year in the 400 down in Southern. And like I said, numerous champions. I put it in the bio. If I don't say this, I might get cussed out. Put Andrew Peresta, who's my greatest ever athlete at Annapolis or Southern, okay? Because Andrew range was so wide. He could run the 200. He also could run the 800.
Okay. Awesome. So you just answered a question another viewer had asked. With all the sports you've coached, who was the one player that was amazing athlete?
Andrew Peresta.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay.
But now, okay, I'm sorry, Jeannie.
No. Okay.
That's track. What about football?
Man, football is so different. Track, it's time, okay? Track is time. So in the 200, he could run a high 21. In the 800, he ran a 155. Football, lineman, that defensive lineman, one of the best ever defensive linemen we had was Tarzay Brown. Because if
Yeah.
you saw two, he was going to jump offside. He was moving sometimes before the offensive lineman was moving. Then you go to linebackers, Hopkins, John Schwartz. He was the smartest one we ever had.
Yeah. Yeah.
Defensive backs, you had Kendall, you had what's my first ever Eric Holland. Like I said, they were different. They were
Yeah. Yeah.
different. Forrester, like I said, matter of fact, I was down there. Give you an example. Forrester, back then they didn't care about track and field. So on that Saturday, he went to graduation. They let him walk across the stage down at the Equestrian Center. Jumped in the car, came up 301 to UMBC. They had already called his first race, the 100 hurdles. Literally, he was changing his clothes as he was going up. They came down on the track. He changed his clothes. He warmed up right there. He went and won the 110 hurdles. He came back up, got a couple drinks, went back over there, ran the 400. He won that. Went right back up the hill. The next event was the 300 hurdles. He set a 2A state record in the men's 300 hurdles for 2A. Is still there today.
Wow.
2003.
Wow.
Still there 20 years later. It's still a record.
Wow. Nice. That's amazing.
Stappy told
So,
me, I said, Russ, that boy ain't playing no football. We No. And then he went to Hampton, Armand. Because he did basically the same thing at the MEACs. He won the 10 to 400 hurdles. Then he helped the 4x4 team win. Then he went to the NCAA's where he was 6th in the open 400 hurdles, what got him All-American honors.
Wow. Impressive.
All right. One more thing, then we're going to move on to the next question. In the bio, Ray, who's a 2-time state champion down in the 2 and the 4, and AJ Lee, who's a long jump champion and a 200 champion down there. I tell you, man, we was down there. We was rolling. We won the state championship in 2002, 2003, 1998 we were second, 2002 we were first, 2003 we were second, and 2004 we were second.
Wow.
Nice. Awesome, Brian.
And you know the only thing that got me away from Southern?
What's that?
Football job opened up in Annapolis.
So let's just talk about that real quick. We have 4 minutes left. So this was a great accomplishment. So can you give us your experience there as the first Black coach at Annapolis Senior High, football coach at Annapolis Senior High?
It was a dream true. I dreamt, like I was telling Armand earlier, I was dreamt about that in 11th grade. We was down there practicing football. This is what I want to do. I want to coach high school football. The year before that, I applied and I didn't like it, but I think they made the right choice. I was a JV coach down in Southern. We were very, very successful there. But Dale Castro had coached varsity football for 10 years. So they hired him, but then Castro decided he could no longer stay there. They hired me. I was on the golf course that day. I'm on down South River when they called me and gave me the news that I had got it. I couldn't wait to get off that golf course and start planning everything that spring of 2004, so I could, coach football at Annapolis High School. It was a dream come true. Also, you found out a whole bunch of things. Like everybody wanted to coach.
Yeah.
Time we start practice 5 or 6. Oh man, I can't get off to 5 or 6. Dude, they get out of school at 2:17. We're gonna start practice no later than 3.
Wow.
So,
Wow. But you know what, Brian? Here's a kicker though. Did it sink in that you were the first Black coach at Annapolis High? Because keep in mind, the one thing, I think this was 1973, that Al went crazy in 72 because the city of Annapolis couldn't accept him having a Black basketball team. And then when you came around as the first Black football coach. How did that feel? What did you feel any pressure at all?
Yes and no. I felt pressure in that I had to run the program right, and we had to win football games. They were not going to accept losing football games. And then find out as a coach, that's not always in your power, because I don't care how good a coach I am, if I don't have players, I can't win games.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
You had to do things right. So, people weren't like, you can do this, do that. We're going to do it the right way, because I have to make sure anybody who comes behind me who might be Black, okay, has a smooth road because Coach Brown did everything he was supposed to do to right, not everything, most things right, because now they're going to hire somebody else who right
Yeah.
now is Dwayne Hunt.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, I can't say, Jenny said we had 4 minutes left. We kind of went over, but this has been very exciting. All right, real quick, where did you meet your wife, and how many children do you have?
I met my wife at Delaware State. She didn't know I was her long lost lover and everything, and because she sit right here and look at me, I ain't looking over there. I met her over there, and then I told her, I need a break. No, I didn't. I was crazy at that particular time. And we split apart for a while. 10 years later, I said to her what you should never, ever say to a 32-year-old woman. Woman, I would marry you right now. 4 years later, we got married. Well, then I have two sons. My oldest son is BJ Brian Jr. and my youngest son is Michael. Now I have to give her props. Me doing what I do, you just ain't gonna do this with any other woman because I'm gonna be late almost every evening getting home during football season. I'm gonna be occupied on the weekend looking at film and whatnot without her being the mother here for the kids. I definitely could not have done that.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. You know, I'm proud of you, Brian. I really am. It's been an honor to really have you.
Yes.
And the impact that you have made and left. You are in the Hall of Fame at Annapolis High. And that says a lot right there. If there was anything that you had to leave for all the viewers that's looking now, what would you leave for the viewers and their kids?
Woo, try not to get on the soapbox. Um, Parents, please take it easy. We got a horrible thing in ain't just in the country where kids aren't being parented. I I can't fathom that I don't know a 13, 14, 15-year-old child of mine what they're doing in life, who their friends are.
Yeah,
It's lazy. We gotta turn this thing back around, man. This is
absolutely.
this is kids shooting kids, man. It gotta be something. I know it's a big, big problem that it's gonna take everybody getting together to try to solve this problem, but we got to do something about this, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, yeah, that is so true. So true. I gotta agree with you, Brian. I gotta agree with you. Uh I see my co we lost transmission on her. But again, Brian, this this next segment that we have is something that I just decided to start, man. That and you're free to stay on to listen to it. Right now, we're gonna give away a cash gift to our listeners, and hi, Jeannie.
Hi, I lost connection. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's all good.
I forgot.
But, we,
Oh, go ahead,
what we're gonna do? We're gonna ask our guests a question. All right, they'll have to answer in order to win the gift. All right, and the first person who calls my number with the correct answer will receive a gift. And that number is 240-603-1743. Again, the number is 240-603-1743. So, Jenny, what do you think, Jenny? What do you think we should ask them tonight?
Let's see. What year did Coach Brown graduate from Annapolis Senior High School?
All right, you heard it. The first.
Can you hear me?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Hello.
Is your phone ringing?
Hello? Who am I talking to? Who was this? Karen Brown. What's the answer, Karen Brown? We have a winner. Karen Brown. Just so look, this number, you text me your Cash App, okay?
Okay.
All right. Karen Brown is the winner.
See that went over.
Hello?
I got to talk Brennan's
But somebody beat you to it. Who am I talking? Look,
Someone's
look, Ava said your wife is cheating. Yes, you were, Avis. Yes, you were. Hey, look. Hey, come back next week. All right. So we may do this again next week. All right. Hey, love you too, sis. Look, she got slick. But anyway, Brown, we got a lot coming up. You know, for the listeners, for the viewers out there, we are planning a night with the DJs. That could be during the month of March or April. I haven't decided yet, but we're gonna have a night with the DJs. Next week, we have another exciting guest. We're looking at having Dale Lambert on the show next week. Dale Lambert is from what I understand, he's the winningest high school coach. We're gonna have him on next week, and we're also looking to get the godfathers of the Naptown Funk. The godfathers of the Naptown Funk. If you can tell me who they are, great. I may give you a cash gift right now. You know, but Jeannie, is there anything you want to leave with the guests? You know, Jeannie, no. Thanks.
No, I just want to thank you, Brian, for taking the time. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with my laptop.
It's okay. All right. But he can hear you now. You're good now, Jeannie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's frozen. Yeah, she was thanking you, Brian.
Oh, I'm so very, very, very excited.
Awesome.
Thank you.
We'll see everybody again. Facebook, YouTube, and now we're on Twitter and Instagram. See you next week, same time, same channel. Peace. Hold on.